Your idea was what, Brockman?
For
going to break, you said
Michael Penix, a landing spot for him. Maybe second round. Sounds like a good spot. The Miami Dolphins.
Just because he throws with his left arm?
Isn't he just Tua with a better arm? Don't you think he would
No, Tua is far more mobile. Far more mobile.
Oh,
and the Tua is not Mike Vick.
Not the Tua I saw play last year. It seemed like they were actively keeping him in there so he doesn't get wrecked.
Sure, but part of that I think has to do with his concussion history as well.
But what's the big knock on Tua? Doesn't have a good enough arm. Can't throw the deep ball to the guy who's the best deep ball receiver maybe ever.
I think
I would put this guy in there, and boom, they're just as good as they were this past year.
It's a hedge, certainly, against deciding you don't want to do a Tua deal. I think the Dolphins will do a Tua deal here in the offseason. The question is, how big is that deal? So what Miami did is what the Bears could do, and that is at the end of year number 3. So little contract 101 here. At the end of your 3rd year, if you're a first-round pick, that is when you can do a new deal, potentially, with your quarterback or any player for that matter. You pick up the 5th-year option, you do a new deal, you get ahead of the money right now. It's what the Bills did with Josh Allen, right? It's what the Chargers did with Justin Herbert. It's what the Bengals did with Joe Burrow, all after year number 3. It is also what the Cardinals did with Kyler Murray. Now, the difference in the Kyler thing was that his agent Eric Burkhardt and Kyler and maybe his old man decided that on the Monday of the Combine to write a tweet in all capital letters demanding a new contract or else. You didn't have that with Burrow or Allen or Herbert. They did it differently. That's where the Bears are right now with Justin Fields. That's where the Dolphins were last year with Tua. They chose to not give him a deal. They picked up the 5th-year option, but they didn't do a new deal. So what do you do now if you're the Dolphins? After year 4, heading into your 5th-year option, you still hold the franchise tag. You can still do that, but that's expensive. It is cheaper and more cap economical to pay the money now, right? Cut down your future years against the cap. Do all of that. What do? Are you comfortable with a team that can score 70 in September, but if it's cold, can't hang in January? Now, they had all kinds of defensive injuries. I know everybody defensively was hurt. Your corners, your edge rushers, everybody, linebacker, they were decimated. The defense that they took into Kansas City. But I spoke to Tyreek Hill Friday on NFL Network. And I said, it was cold for both teams. How are you going to get over this? He goes, we got no more excuses. I'll say it right now. He goes, we are done with excuses. Done. He goes, 2 years ago, our quarterback was hurt. This year, our defense was banged up, but our defense played pretty well. It was cold for them too. We got no more excuses left. Do you, if you're Miami, believe in Tua enough? And I'm a Tua fan. I am. But believe, and it's more than just Tua. It's Mike McDaniel. Don't quote me. Don't make some bad Twitter headline. I'm saying Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat. I'm not. But if you pay Tua, it's kind of I'm good with Mike McDaniel and this marriage moving forward long term as well, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
That's how I feel.
Totally.
That's how I feel. Are you ready to give Tua, with his injury history,
$50 million a year?
45. And by the way, the cost is the cost. But that's what it costs.
Yeah. The Giants screwed this up by giving Daniel Jones 40 because now every average quarterback is like, well, look what he got.
He was the 6th overall pick. Okay? Could you argue they went a little too high? Maybe. Maybe. I'll tell you right now, though, if one of the big names is there at 6 for the Giants,
they got to do it.
They're handing in that card.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They're going to hand in that card.
Got to do it.
I'll tell you right now.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.